Yes, millions of Social Security recipients really did wake up to surprise deposits in their bank accounts, and this isn't a scam or mistake. Through March 4th, 2025, SSA has already paid 127,123 people more than $7.5 billion in retroactive payments. The average retroactive payment so far is $6,710. If you're wondering whether you're eligible for one of these payments, or if you've already received one and don't understand why, this video will explain everything. I'm going to walk you through exactly what's happening, who qualifies, and what you need to do next. This affects over 3 million Americans, so chances are you or someone you know might be impacted. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know whether you should expect a payment and how much it could be. This massive payout is the result of the Social Security Fairness Act, which was signed into law on January 5th, 2025. December 2023 is the last month that WEP and GPO will apply. This means that those rules no longer apply to benefits payable for January 2024 and later. This law eliminated two controversial provisions that had been reducing Social Security benefits for millions of Americans for decades. Here's why this is happening now. For years, teachers, firefighters, police officers, postal workers, and other public employees who also worked in the private sector were being penalized by complex rules that reduced their Social Security benefits. The Social Security Fairness Act finally ended this unfair treatment, and the government is now paying back what was rightfully owed. The timing is crucial because Social Security benefits are paid 1 month behind. Most affected beneficiaries began receiving their new monthly benefit amount in April 2025 for their March 2025 benefit. This means the impact is being felt right now. The surprise deposits are retroactive payments covering the elimination of two specific rules: the windfall elimination provision, known as WEP, and the government pension offset, or GPO. These rules affected over 3.2 million people who receive a pension based on work that was not covered by Social Security because they did not pay Social Security taxes. Think of it this way. If you worked as a teacher for 20 years and then worked in the private sector for another 15 years, you should get full Social Security benefits based on your private sector work. But WEP and GPO reduce those benefits unfairly. Now that these rules are gone, you're getting back what was taken. Starting February 25th, 2025, SSA began adjusting monthly benefit payments to people whose benefits have been affected by the WEP and GPO. If a beneficiary is due additional benefits as a result of the act, they will receive a one-time payment deposited into the bank account SSA has on file. The payments aren't just for current beneficiaries either. This payment will cover the increase in their benefit amount back to January 2024, the month when WEP and GPO no longer applies. That's over a year of back payments for many people. You're eligible for these surprise deposits if you fall into one of these categories. First, you currently receive Social Security benefits that were reduced by WEP or GPO. Second, you're a spouse or survivor whose benefits were reduced by GPO. Third, you worked in public service like teaching, firefighting, police work, or other government jobs, while also working in jobs where you paid Social Security taxes. People who will benefit from the new law include some teachers, postal workers, firefighters, police officers, and other public servants. The key factor is that you worked in jobs where you didn't pay Social Security taxes, but also worked in jobs where you did pay into the system. Here's something important. Even if you haven't been receiving Social Security benefits yet, but were affected by these rules, you may still qualify for retroactive payments when you do apply. The law affects both current and future beneficiaries. If you're not sure whether you were affected, look at your Social Security statements from the past few years. If you see any mention of WEF or GPO reductions, or if your calculated benefits seemed lower than expected, despite years of work, you were likely impacted. The numbers are significant. The average retroactive payment so far is $6,610. But remember, this is just an average. Some people are receiving much more, while others might receive less, depending on how long they were affected and how much their benefits were reduced. The retroactive payments cover the period from January 2024 through when you received the payment. So, if you were losing $300 per month due to these provisions, and it's been 15 months since they were eliminated, you could receive around $4,500 in back payments, plus your monthly benefits will increase by $300 going forward. For survivors and spouses affected by GPO, the amounts can be even larger because GPO often eliminated benefits entirely rather than just reducing them. Some people who hadn't received survivor benefits for years are now getting substantial lump sums. The ongoing monthly increases are just as important as the lump sums. If you were losing several $100s each month, that adds up to thousands of extra dollars per year for the rest of your life. If you think you might be affected, here's your action plan. First, check your bank account and recent mail. Anyone whose monthly benefit is adjusted, or who will get a retroactive payment, will receive a mailed notice from Social Security explaining the benefit change or retroactive payment. Second, if you haven't received anything but think you should qualify, contact Social Security directly. Don't wait for them to find you. The system is processing millions of cases, and some might slip through the cracks initially. Third, keep detailed records. Save any notices you receive, document your payment amounts, and keep track of changes to your monthly benefits. This helps if there are any questions or issues later. Fourth, be patient with complex cases. The agency's original estimate of taking a year or more now will only apply to complex cases that cannot be processed by automation. Most straightforward cases are being processed quickly, but if your situation is complicated, it might take longer. Be aware of scammers trying to take advantage of this situation. Real Social Security payments come directly from the Social Security Administration and are deposited into the account they have on file for you. You should never pay fees to receive these benefits or provide personal information to third parties, claiming they can speed up your payment. Also, understand that these payments might affect your taxes. Large lump sums could push you into a higher tax bracket for the year you receive them. So, consider consulting with a tax professional if your payment is substantial. If you're still working and receiving Social Security benefits, the additional income from retroactive payments won't affect the earnings test, because it's considered payment for past periods. Remember that this is a one-time fix for past injustices. Going forward, WEP and GPO are permanently eliminated, so future retirees won't face these same reductions. I want to hear from you in the comments. Have you received one of these surprise deposits? If so, how much was it, and did it match what you were expecting? If you think you should qualify but haven't received anything yet, let me know your situation. Your experience might help other viewers understand their own cases better. Also, if this video helped you understand what's happening with your Social Security benefits, please hit that like button. It helps other people in similar situations find this information when they're searching for answers. I know this situation can feel overwhelming, especially if you're dealing with Social Security for the first time, or if you've been frustrated by reduced benefits for years. It's completely normal to feel confused by the paperwork and the process. Take this one step at a time. You don't have to figure everything out immediately. The most important thing is to stay informed and take action when needed. If you're eligible for these payments, you will receive them. The Social Security Administration is working through the cases systematically. For those of you who have been waiting years for this injustice to be corrected, I want you to know that this is a real victory. The Social Security Fairness Act represents millions of Americans who stood up and said these penalties were wrong. You deserve better, and now you're finally getting it. If you're feeling anxious about money or retirement security, remember that these payments and increased monthly benefits can make a real difference in your financial stability. Take time to plan how this extra income might improve your situation. Let me quickly recap the key points. Millions of Social Security recipients are receiving surprise deposits averaging around $6,700 due to the elimination of WEP and GPO penalties. These payments cover retroactive benefits from January 2024 forward. If you worked in public service while also paying Social Security taxes, you might qualify. Check your accounts and mail, contact Social Security if you think you're missing a payment, and be patient as the system processes millions of cases. Your next step is simple. If you think you might be affected, don't wait. Check your Social Security account online or call them directly to confirm your status. The sooner you verify your eligibility, the sooner you can receive any payments you're owed. Subscribe to this channel if you found this information helpful. I regularly cover Social Security updates, retirement planning, and financial news that affects millions of Americans. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss important updates that could impact your benefits. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video brought you some clarity about these surprise Social Security deposits. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to your financial security, and staying informed about these changes can make a real difference in your retirement planning.